think it also does give something to people that like there are people that get really nervous about the combat. I know that's silly because it's such a big part of the game, but like for people that like more strategy oriented things where they're not worried about like timing and rotations and stuff like that, this is probably going to be like their bread and butter for the game. I like that PvP has no rewards, and I'm just hoping that we get primo gems and resin. Like that's what I want for PvE. Like give us a weekly where we have to duel like Sino or Gene or something, and then give us primos and resin. Make it easy. Make it so you don't even have to win. You just have to like participate or something. I think that would be great for the viewers, or not for the viewer, for the for the players in the game, because even if you don't really like TCG, if it's an easy way to get primos and resin, people will still like it. They'll still like want it in the game.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this actually gives us as content creators a lot of potential content as well, since we can like host like our own TCG tournament if that's what you want to do, or just play your viewers for fun if you're, just trying to kill a bit of time. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm all for
I'm not
it.
gonna lie, if the TCG turns out good and it's like deep and it's not extremely shallow, it's not basically Hearthstone 2.0, I'll probably come back covering for the TCG. Because I'm really excited for it. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I play the hell out of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm pretty excited for the TCG and how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, like card games have a lot of longevity. Like, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is still going. Like, I don't even know how that's possible, but like Pokemon tournaments still happen. Like, it's kind of like a good system to add that probably will have a lot of longevity to it as long as they do it right.
Back and back. Bro.
I don't want to cut you off, but I got to pause you real quick because I actually know what you're talking about because I bought an entire booster box before because I was going to open a card shop at one point. And I bought it for fluff. I bought it for fluff because it was cheap. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wait, what the fuck? I need context, Val. You can't just drop something like that.
Man, post stream.
For sure.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
For sure. Money, money, money. Yeah. Money, money, money. Deeper, deeper. Mega kaching.
Oh yeah.
It won't be. That's kind of pessimistic. Money.
Really?
Months.
Yes. Yeah.
Oof. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I just think if the audience is as casual as they are, like y'all say it is, then I think a mass majority of people just won't even give a shit or won't even interact with it. And if they do, they'll interact with it a little bit and not touch it anymore. I definitely don't think I definitely don't think it'll get to the point of popularity where they make cards in real life because like they don't even make official action figures for the characters in real life. So I definitely don't think it'll get to that point.
I mean,
they
they
do already make
technically
Genshin
do
cards,
with
though.
figurines,
So
but
actually,
that's
And
beside the point.
collaborations.
So the thing
Yeah.
is with card games, I don't know how many card games you played, Soul, but they're a little bit of a trap, right?
yeah, I
Because
know.
you get into them going very casual, because you get a very casual understanding. But the more you play it, the more you understand, and the more intricate it gets, the more like optimized and meta your strategies become. Or
Man,
like
this is
Yu-Gi-Oh,
fucking
for example,
disgusting.
there's a lot of off-meta and rogue strategies you do that catch a lot of people off guard. Like my strategy is very, very
You're
rogue.
preaching to the choir. I know how card games work, and
So I think
just
this
describe
is
such
something
a
that's going to
game.
catch a lot of people off guard in the terms of popularity. I think
But
it's going to pop
I know,
off.
but like, there's a difference between a card game and a card game within a gotcha game.
I get that, but with
I mean,
Hoyo's reputation,
Hearthstone
like,
and Gwent.
yeah,
Gwent's a very good example of a card game inside of a fucking RPG that blew up.
Also,
Digimon World 3.
I feel like a lot of people are going to just join Genshin just to play the card game.
Maybe.
yeah.
No,
As
you'd be
well,
I
it's,
surprised.
doubt it. Because can you imagine starting to play Genshin with full intentions of playing the card game and you realize, oh yeah, I gotta go through fucking 40 AR levels just to get to it? Like, nah.
Well, we'll see how
Maybe.
accessible they make it. We'll know by day one.
yeah, that will be interesting to see like how they handle like oh gosh. One thing I'm excited for is to see like how do we get the cards? Like it's not going to be gotcha. They got to make it free to
Is that
play.
gotcha?
They've already confirmed that you can get them all by
You
just
get them for
playing.
free. So you give up like normal mats and you just get like a little pack that has a couple of them in it. So, like,
Okay, okay.
Oh.
So it's like it's kind of like
one's
parametric
100
transformer.
dandelion seeds or something, some shit like that. So,
Oh, that's good though.
that's
That'll be
gotcha.
good for me because I have like millions of mint. So
same. No, not mint. None of them are like as cheap as mint. They're like Ascension mats, and you trade them for cards.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good though. I mean, I think that gives us something to dump all our useless crap into.
Yeah,
Let's.
especially me. Dude, I have over 500 of every Ascension mat that came out before Sumeru. So
Then that means everybody can get like the strongest cards. I wish it would like be like chance driven. Like you will gamble
So,
for some cards.
here's the problem
like
I have.
trading.
No.
So,
Here's
trading.
the
No,
problem I
let me
have.
talk
Trading.
about this first, though.
No.
So the thing with there being a
Trading.
meta strategy
Trading.
and card games that you know everyone's going to run is that you can specifically target said strategy. I
Yeah,
promise you, there's
Mm.
going to be a way to absolutely
True.
cuck the people over if they're running like a meta way. So it'll be fine.
I haven't played
games,
card
there's a
games,
way.
so
using
I can't really speak.
a combo that nobody expects and fucking people up with it.
Cody, you got anything to say on this?
No, not really. You guys kind of touched it. I guess the only thing I would say is if that would be true if it gets that intricate. We have to see how intricate it actually gets. It could be very, very base and stay base the whole time.
Yeah. The one thing
Yeah.
I'm worried about is how
Might not be a
consistently
huge
they'll
strategy.
update the game. That's the thing. Like, is it going to be like every patch, every 2 to 3 patches? Like, are we going to get new cards? But I guess we'll find that out after a few patches.
If it does well, for sure they're gonna update it like
Yeah, I think we can use
regularly.
Teapot as like an example.
Teapot would be a good.
Oh, the teapot.
Take all that thing that nobody does anymore aside from the weekly
True.
rewards.
It's moot. It's very moot.
Okay, well, I think we should probably jump to the next topic.
Dumbest community drama.
Yeah, dumbest community drama.
Fucking easy.
I'll
This
go
is a
ahead.
slam dunk.
I'll go ahead and start because I probably people are going to disagree with me and it'll be interesting. But I think the dumbest drama ever was the most recent article that came out, because if you have media literacy literally at all, you would realize that it was just some random employee from Hoyoverse that answered a bunch of questions that they probably didn't really know the definitive answers to. So it's like an anonymous interview. The person's not named. We don't know who they are. They probably got fired afterwards. And like we just don't, it just like people treat that article as if it's gospel. And that is the most ridiculous thing ever to me. Like one person in an entire company says something that may or may not be true or accurate, and then they just like everyone in the community just runs with it as gospel. And I just think that's the most ridiculous.
For the same reason why you can't confirm it's true, you also can't confirm it's wrong. And it was also the site that they published to is a very credible site for gaming information. So yeah, a lot of people took it as gospel. Not only because of that, but because, again, the site it was posted to, and you have no proof that it was incorrect for the same reason you have no proof it was wrong. And it basically, it kind of confirmed what we already knew. It was just
true. Also, Hoyo the Verse hasn't exactly said this isn't incorrect. They haven't come out and said anything against it. And with how widespread popular it was, you figure they would have at least said something.
But they said nothing.
They always say nothing though. Like they said nothing during anniversary. They said nothing during. They that's like their gameplay strategy is just to like ignore all the drama forever.
Huh?
Yeah, but you would think if it came from like somebody that wasn't credible, they would have stepped up and said, "Hey, this individual wasn't credible to speak on our behalf. Everything they said wasn't true. Keep moving forward as so or as such."
Yeah. It's not even really about confirming or denying. It's really just like asserting that it wasn't them.
Right. And to be fair, like for people that think I'm just copium as heck, like I think there's going to be some great combat end game soon. Like I'm not saying that it's wrong or that like that's not the direction of the company. It's just like if you look at the answers, they don't provide like any information like at all. And so I think the speculations people make from that article are so far reaching and so.
When you say information, do you mean their answers?
Yeah, like the answers to the questions. Like one of the questions was like, we need resin to upgrade our characters. Are we gonna get more resin? And the answer was like, you use resin to upgrade your characters, and you can get resin from playing the game.
Automated response.
Like literally, that's like duh. Like duh, and
that's not true. A lot of their answers were basically like they explained what it was, and then their answer to almost everything was, "We have no intentions of doing X at this moment."
It was in a roundabout way to where they can be ambiguous about it, and it not be, cut and dry. It was very gray. But if you read,
that's how corporations talk because they don't want to say no.
If you read between the lines, you knew exactly what they were saying. But you didn't need that article to already know the direction that Genshin was going. That article just solidified it, but you already knew where Genshin was going. You didn't need that.
Yeah, I don't think it was dumb. Even if the article was uncredible, I don't think it was dumb because it just goes to show how fed up a lot of people were. So we finally get a piece of information that basically destroyed any hope. It confirmed what people did. It basically told people what they didn't want to hear. And what they didn't want to hear was the truth. I don't think it was dumb because of that.
Well, yeah, but like where I stand with that kind of thing, though, is that like if you didn't quit until that article came out, or if like that article was the turning point for you, you are the one that was on copium, because I love this game regardless of like those answers that they gave that were kind of dumb. I think that like I've said this before and people are going to cancel me for it someday, but like if you don't like the game, you should quit. Like if you don't
True.
like the direction of the game, literally quit. Stop like just pooling toxicity into the game that people enjoy. Like if it's really that bad, like just shut up and go do something else. Like that's how I feel about it, because
That is a dog shit take, because I can like a game and want it to be better.
I agree with that, but I think that it's hit a point where it's not that. It's not, oh, I love this game so much, I want it to be better. It's like, I low-key hate this game, but I just won't quit because of views, subs, attention, that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people are in that boat. Like you got like bigger content creators that can't quit the game.
I think that's
because-
most content creators.
Yeah, it's like
make
their
content on that
audience.
game.
I like this game.
Exactly.
They
would
would
quit
jump ship
immediately.
so fast.
And the funny thing is everybody knows who everybody's talking about. That's the funny part about
True.
it.
True.
Did he say who or true?
No, true.
Oh, I thought he was saying who, like name of.
Nah, I don't need you to tell me. I know.
Oh, I know,
fucking
but
weird.
that's the fact. But the thing is that people were holding on to hopium, and that article just solidified what they were hoping wouldn't get solidified. But everybody knew the direction that it was going.
Nemo.
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't mean.
Okay,
to
I
emphasize
muted-
it like
That's
that.
the
I muted
best
Gmo.
DJ ever.
Yeah, Gmo, your mic is going wild.
Yeah.
I
Your shit was going insano style.
Yeah. Okay. So what were you
Hit me with that Khaled remix.
Yo,
I
another
was
one.
gonna say I didn't mean to.
Hey, Flowcat, that was
to
a really
emphasize it
dumb
that
community
much.
drama, but I don't believe it was the dumbest for a lot of reasons. But the main reason is I don't think it was. I think the reason why it blew up like that is because a lot of people had so much hate built up for so long, and that finally was like the catalyst. And again, like you can't, for the same reason you can't prove it wasn't credible, you can't prove it was either. And the way they spoke was how do I describe it? It was very corporate speak. You know, like they don't confirm anything, but they don't deny anything, and that's how corporations speak. So it was very convincing, even if it wasn't true. But I think the dumbest community drama by far, and it's not even a competition, is when fucking what was his name? I don't even remember the name of the guy. It's probably when people canceled Eula because she was a slave
Yes,
owner.
I agree.
That's a good one. Or when that one guy got canceled for saying drip underneath a comment on Twitter. That was some fucking brain dead, retarded ass shit that happened for no fucking reason. Like out of all of the problems in this community, you picked that. You want to know some fucking crazy shit? Did you know early on in Genshin's lifespan, one of the earliest content creators for Genshin got outed as a groomer, and I never heard about it?
Oh, Emory.
Yeah. Almost nobody knows about it because
did not know.
everybody was deciding to attack some fucking pointless shit like Eula's parents being a slave owner. And I'm a fucking content creator that keeps an eye on all this fucking content, and I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
But no,
Some
I
dog
100% agree with you. The Eula one was so dumb. It's like just read what she's about, and you have your answer right there.
Yeah. It was fucking ridiculous. But
It's good money though.
What did you say?
No, the Eula video. I made a video about the Eula thing. That was good money.
who wants to go next?
Valk, you
Like most
go.
of the stupid drama is like the
All right,
people like
I got one that probably would also fucking is along the same line. People upset of the skin tone of the Sumeru characters.
Yes! That was so fucking stupid! Oh my god, it was so fucking retarded. Especially because in Genshin, like, the fucking... Okay, I'm gonna get canceled for this.
Say
Fucking
it.
Mossad is based off of Germany. Alright? The characters are white. Normal. Okay. Liyue is based off of China. The characters are white. Slightly less normal. Japan is based off... Well, fuck. Inazuma is based off Japan. The characters are white. Well, again, not typically how it works, but okay. Alright, Sumeru. It's based off of India. The characters are white. Now that suddenly it's a fucking problem. And I don't understand, like, they were like, oh, they're appropriating our culture. Motherfucker, no, go play the shit. It's very, very accurate. It's very nice. All the characters are nice references. Like Dory has the fucking genie. That shit's cool. Their designs, the way they speak, their interactions with other people, the general, like even the fucking food that you can buy in Sumeru is references to real life shit. I have a buddy. His name is Erixo. He's from that culture, and even he was like he got a fucking food item the other day in Genshin, and he was happy about it because it was his favorite, one of his favorite foods in real life. And it was like, what the fuck? It was so fucking retarded. I had a buddy of mine who we were in a server. I'm very active with my community. If you're in the Discord, I'm in voice chat like all the fucking time. And there was an interaction between two people. We'll call one Brem and the other, I don't fucking know, Man. So Brem was talking to Man, and Man is gay and black. So he's like two minorities at once. And they were talking about the Sumeru update, and Brem's take was a pretty reasonable one. He said, I personally don't care what the characters' skin colors are because I'm more concerned of how they're gonna play, what their story's gonna be, how are they good or bad in meta, do they function properly, and then after all of that, then I will worry about what their design, about what color their skin is. Basically, what he said is there's so many other things that I want to make sure they're good before I start caring about their skin color. A pretty normal take, a pretty standard take. He said nothing about the character skin being bad. And Man tells my buddy Brem that he's a racist, bigoted piece of shit because how dare you say...
Words.
Yeah, because how dare you say that this character should be anything other than tan? It was fucking retarded. It shouldn't matter for the same reason why... I think it's the same argument in video games. Like, for the same reason why the gender of a character shouldn't matter, the color of their skin shouldn't matter. And I personally think that if you are making such a big deal, if you are trying to sit here and say that the devs are these racist pieces of shit because their skin color is not what you want it to be, you're being the racist one, not the other person. But that's my take on it. In my opinion, that was the dumbest fucking drama ever. It was so needlessly pointless, especially considering how long it went on for. It went on for like 2-3 months. It was some fucking retarded shit.
Still going on right now.
Yeah, it's still going.
Really?
Still going.
Yeah, every time a character's
giving
released,
up, bro.
I can't
They're
tell you
giving
how
up,
many
you.
times I've seen people fix them.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's racist.
Oh my god!
I didn't realize
Oh my
that.
god!
Oh, we fixed them. We made their skin darker. Like, no, that's you dumb fuck. Oh my god!
I It's not realistic. Yeah. True. Complain. Complain. Twitter. Bird up. Cancel culture. No, no, of course not. fictional character. Oh my god.
Yeah, especially
Fictional
because her
character, fictional
fucking whole
problems.
deal is changing from that, trying to right the wrongs, and they
Yeah,
try to
they
cancel
missed the entire point. The entire point.
The entire point.
It reminds me of that. This is one of the stupidest. People calling Kilitros racist because it's a racist like
Dude,
it
it's
reminds me.
always
It
racist.
reminds them of like ethnic tribes. Or something. I don't know, but I don't get the logic.
Yeah, their logic was hilly churls are
yeah,
these
dancing.
like super
Yeah.
dumbed down monster things that live in the wilds, and their logic was, oh, these ancient tribes live in the wild. These ancient tribes are usually black. Oh, they're racist. It's like,
They're
no,
racist.
motherfucker, you're
The Russians came in. The Russians later came in, and they're like, we're later portrayed as the evil guys, you know. We're like, and we're happy for it. You guys should sit down, bro. Russians, you know, the Fatui. They're like, bruh, not a problem. We're Gucci.
Russians are eating good though.
Russians would get beat upside the head with a baseball bat with full fucking strength and get up and be like, I'm halfway done this today.
Yeah. Bruh.
All right. I think we should go ahead and move on to the next topic, unless anyone has something to add.
Yeah. And
What the?
Okay.
I thought you were ready to say something.
So I think we can skip this one topic and just move on to this other one. And that's going to be, what are you looking forward to in Genshin Impact? So for me personally, I am looking forward to seeing what the TCG is like, even though I'm not like a big trading card person.
Same.
Like I think it's one of those situations, like I played Lost Ark. I don't like isometric games. So I think that like, because I liked that game, it's like, oh, hey, maybe this will be the thing that makes me enjoy card games more, like gives me more appreciation for that. Because like I said, I played it when I was younger. When you're a kid though, you don't really care. You're just like, ooh, Pokemans.
Pokemon.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. But also, to be honest, like I'm just a big story person, and every time a new story quest comes out, it's just like my favorite time to stream. So yeah, any
Like an
story quest.
anime season.
Yeah, it's like an anime. Like Sumeru, I was talking to my stream about that. Like I think Gmo mentioned this earlier, but playing through story quests with chat is just such a different, awesome experience. It really does. Like it's so fun to see what people are saying while you're doing all the stuff that you're doing.
Until they
it's
spoil you.
Yeah, and like the Sumeru Archon quest was so freaking long. I know some people say it's too long, but to me, it's like it was like a whole anime season. You know, it's like I feel like I got like 12 episodes of an anime season for real. So I love it. I love it. All right, who wants to go next?
I'm gonna be straight. What was the question? I wasn't really listening.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Ah, damn! Easily the characters. I think characters in this game are the lifeblood of the game, because like
Exactly.
the gameplay is cool and all, but after a while the gameplay gets old. The thing that keeps the gameplay fresh is the constant flow of new characters. So easily the characters. Unfortunately, recently my expectations for new characters have gone down drastically. But I am still looking forward to grabbing some of the older characters that I missed. There's only 2 old characters who I don't have, and that's Tartaglia and Shenhua. I plan on grabbing them, and I guess Yola too, but she's ass. So I plan on grabbing them, and I'll have fun with that. But other than that, I don't know. Like, because we know so little about what's coming out in the future. Like, oh yeah, we know nothing. Like we know TCG is coming. We know Scaramouche is coming. But other than that, we don't really know anything. So just characters. And that's it. That's all I can realistically look forward to, because that's all I can look forward to, knowing it's going to happen.
So
Same as me.
I want to jump in here and spread some copium among everybody here. I'm looking forward to
Copium.
Super Crystallize, baby. Hey,
Let's
before you
go.
guys say anything, I don't know, but I hope I am on my knees. You guys can't see me, but I am praying to the heavenly principles to do something for Crystallize. I don't know if Hoyoverse is
For
going
Geo,
to...
man. For
Yeah, or
Geo.
like, I don't know if they're going to revamp it, but I saw what they did with Electro, and now like my copium
There's
candle
hope. Yeah, there's
candles
hope,
have been
for sure.
lit, right? They
I've
can
hope.
fix it.
You forget they already
will.
fixed
They will.
Geo. No, they won't. They already did. They fixed Geo in version 1.
It's a bandage. It's like a
No, no, no.
bandage.
Okay. That's a bandage to like
No,
the
it
whole
wasn't.
situation of Geo. They fixed the resonance, right? Like they made the resonance much better, but that resonance leaned into like mono Geo teams. It makes mono Geo teams really good, and actually, like it just added a lot of extra stats to having 2 Geos on your team. And I know even till this day, some people run double Geo just for that resonance. It's a very powerful one, but I think the game pretty much is centered around reactions, and I think the crystallized reaction either make it like like similarly powerful to swirl and how viridescence empowers swirls so much, or because swirl is like maybe like the opposite. Okay, might be a bit of a tangent, but swirl is like only the character using viridescence on field can activate that effect. What if crystallize is the opposite? Like the character has to be off field and then you proc crystallize, and then whoever procs crystallize, only that character gets it. So it's not like the element gets it, it's that character who proc the crystallize gets it. So then it's like reverse viridescence, and it's only for that one character. Something weird like that. I think they can fix it with an artifact set. This is not like we need to revamp the whole thing. They can like empower crystallize just through an artifact set, kind of like the what's that petrify, like
Archaic Petra.
Yeah, Archaic Petra, but like better. Like we need a better version of that. Or they can just go in, release a new, let's say a Dendro character, not a Dendro, like I mean some character in the future that is a crystallized centric character, and that character makes crystallized completely busted, like a Geo character.
So like a Geo Nilu.
Yeah, like a Geo Nilu, and then it's like they're called super crystallized, and suddenly crystallized becomes meta. It heals you. You know, it also explodes, and then it debuffs the enemy that it explodes into. All that crazy stuff. That's what I'm very excited for, because I saw what they did with Electro, and it's made me like fall in love with Electro all over again. I used to love it so damn much before, like around Hu Tao came out. Even like after Hu Tao came out, I'd prefer to play Electro over Hu Tao, until like Hu Tao just made the game so much easier, and her teams were so smooth to play, so much fun, like dealt good damage, great rotations, very little hassle, and I just fell in love with like that simplicity. And it wasn't until now with Dendro that I went back to Electro, and I refused to play Hu Tao now, because Electro has that playstyle that I want, and it just feels so good. And so I see going forward, hopefully they can do something for Geo and Crystallize, and just make a more interactive reaction system combat style, as opposed to what it is now, which is like non-existent and used as a byproduct in most, if not all, their team comps. And oftentimes you would say Crystallize gets in the way. Like, God damn it! I wish Geo didn't have a reaction, so it wouldn't mess up with my my normal rotation, right? Like, because Zhongli pillars, sometimes you gotta place them like behind you, because you don't want them to take up, like, for example, Hu Tao's pyro. You don't want it to cleanse, and then now the hydro comes. It's like, oh well, there's no more pyro because of Crystallize. That feels bad when you're like, hey, this thing gets in the way more often than it does like help me with what I want to do.
That's true.
For Geo.
I guess for me, it's Natlin, baby. Always been Natlin. Gonna stay Natlin, because that's where the pyro arc.
Legion of Fire.
Yes. I hope it's lava.
I want that character, Yansan. She looks so really cool. I am so excited for her. I'm waiting for her.
I can't wait. But yeah, Natlin for sure. Also characters, because I mean they're introducing characters that are making combat quite interesting, and as long as they keep doing that, I'm 100% down for future characters, and I guess just more fun game modes. That's really it.
I am excited for the freaking anime. They revealed that it's gonna be like lore heavy, backstory based. It's not a recap, right? It will be so dumb to make it a recap. It's like delving into the before we meet the traveler or something, before they, I don't know, when they first got into the world, I guess. It's just so interesting to see that they will finally deep dive into the below the surface, because arc quests are good, but they just give you like breadcrumb trails, like little pieces of the whole picture. Yeah, like in the summary request, they just drop like, oh, traveler, you're like, spoiler by the way, traveler, you are like different from your brother. Like that's like what? It just shatters all your preconceived notions, and it's like changes the vibe completely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just wanna I just wanna and imagine after like 3 years or 4 years, we get to the finale, like Kainria Abyss stuff. That would be so epic. Like along for the ride. Imagine going along for the ride from the first year to the last year of the main overall story. It will be so like the payoff will be so huge.
Imagine if
Yeah,
they
it will
just
be like
say it was all just a dream. You're
a dream.
still up. You're still trapped in that cube thing
Wake
with
up,
your brother, and you're
later.
both dreaming.
Oh, I was thinking of an isekai.
Can y'all hear
Like
me?
you wake up in Earth.
Oh,
We
damn
hear
it.
you now. We hear you now. We hear you now.
Okay. Okay.
Imagine if it's like an isekai. Wake up, traveler, but no, wake up, Aether, but they're just like in Earth, and he's just been dreaming the whole city.
Hit a
That would
Kingdom
be
Hearts
stupid.
5. Alright.
Fucking hell.
All I'm gonna say,
I
they
hate that.
managed to make the League of Legends anime work. I'm sure they can make a Genshin anime work.
True.
True.
At least
I
it's
haven't
gonna
watched
look
Arcane,
good.
but I.
Not only did they make it work, they made that shit amazing. Have y'all seen it? It's so good.
I'll
Yeah,
try
it
to
is
watch
really
that.
good.
It
I
and the
played,
Cyberpunk anime are so good.
oh yeah, like I've played League of Legends for like a grand total of 40 minutes, and the anime is just so good.
Yeah, I
Like,
only played it for like 10, and I realized very quickly that it sucks. And for me, it sucks. I don't want to play it. But that anime was so good. It was so good.
Also, Cyberpunk.
I
Yes,
have
Cyberpunk
no doubt in
anime.
my mind that they can make a Genshin anime work, especially because League of Legends had fuck all to work off of, and Genshin has so much. I guarantee you it will be
No,
good.
you'd be actually be surprised how much League has to work off of, but that's for another day. What about Falcon Cody? What you guys looking forward to? I'm just looking forward to you guys coming back.
yeah, I was gonna say for Cody and Valk specifically, it's like what would bring you back? Like, what is the thing that would bring you back?
I was just gonna say anything that would excite me to come back. That's what I'm looking forward to.
A hot milk Archon brings Valk back.
No, what killed it for me was the realization. It was specifically in January. January was such a dry patch where I was forced to kind of just look in the mirror, right? And it was that the game was going in a
January.
direction that I didn't want, that I didn't like. So I did the rational
Right.
thing and just stopped playing it. I didn't like the direction the game
Yes.
was going. So basically, I'm looking forward towards new things that the game possibly could add, such as the TCG, like I mentioned, that gives me something new to look forward to rather than focusing on what I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what would actually bring me back because I've missed out on so much. I think I stopped playing around, like really stopped playing around like 2.7. I'm not mistaken.
2.7.
So you want
And I
another
feel-
Raiden Shogun? That's what you're telling me.
No,
I
not
genuinely believe that even though people do quit, because this kind of happened to me in a very small way with Tower of Fantasy. When I quit and came back, there was like 3 new maps that were all the size of the first map in the game, and I was so overwhelmed for like 3 hours that I like just wandered around not knowing what to do. Can you imagine quitting Genshin in 2.7
First year. Yeah.
and coming back and like Shesnaya and just there's all of that shit over the course of years.
I'm already
It'll be
feeling
so
like
fun.
that right
It
now.
is there,
with-
dude. No,
be
I
so
would
fun.
be. That'd be like opening up your Steam library with over 100 games and having to pick just one to play. Like,
Well, that's
what is it
what
called?
scares me is that I feel like I'm so far behind already that it would be tough for me to cut. It would have to be something that's exceptional, I think, to excite me to come back to it because I just feel like I would have so much catching up to do, and I feel like I have so much that I'm so far behind on. That it would just be like a daunting task. It would have to be, I couldn't even tell you because like I've seen some characters, right? Like I've seen Skara. Like Skara was a character that I've been waiting for to be in the game for since we seen him the first time. And
Please, I'm still waiting for Baiju.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Baiju.
he's another one. But you know, I've seen him, and I'm sure all of you have seen him as well, in game, and he almost got me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed that he's not still Electro. But even seeing him and how cool he looks,
Dang.
I don't.
That's
I
a
don't
tough
know.
one. If Scara can't get you, I don't know who can for a while.
I don't know. And I thought the
Damn.
Dendro Archon would, but she didn't do it for
Nope.
me either.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds
Understandable.
like it really does sound like you just like if they brought in like a new end game mode, like that would be what brought you back. Because it kind of sounds like
It-
you don't
it
really have
might.
much.
Well, it's
Go
just
ahead,
because
go
I'm not as invested in the story like you guys are. Like when you guys tell me some of you cried during it and how emotional you
Bruh.
guys get, I
Hey, yo.
cannot relate whatsoever. I'm just not that invested in the story. The story is great and I keep up with it and I know what's going on and I think it's a good story. I'm just not emotionally invested like everybody else is. So the story is not enough to get me back in. Everything that's happening with Nahida and the Archon quest is great, but I'm not that emotionally invested to where I'm like, we have to save her. Let's get her out. Come on. That's just not me. I'm not there. That's not how I play the game. And when it comes to
Uh-huh.
the combat, yeah, the combat is what really I think keeps me there because it gave me a reason to pull characters. It gave me a reason to build them up. It gave me reasons to grind artifacts. It gave me a reason to use resin and log in. But when I saw the direction that the game was going, and then the article kind of solidified it after what we already knew, it got me to the point to where I then started to ask myself, what is the point? What is the point in playing? If I'm not that emotionally invested in the story, what is the point in pulling characters?
What
And what
else?
is the
What
point of
else?
building them
Yeah.
up? And so that's
I never
where it
cried, by the
kinda,
way.
that's where it
You a
kind of
liar.
lost me.
I never cried. Imagine
Yeah,
crying
see
in
that,
Arcane
that
Quest.
that's
bruh.
just something I can't relate
Yeah.
to,
That's
and
such a
and
pussy
I know
thing to
I
do.
know the
No, no,
story. I know
I
the story's
also don't
that
relate, bruh.
good.
Such a
Yeah,
liar.
we
I
don't
just
cry. We
couldn't
don't
relate to it.
All I'll say, I
cry.
mean, that's totally fair. Like, it's totally valid. But if you saw Kusanali cry when hugging Rukadavata and you didn't tear up,
No.
you're dead
I didn't
inside.
cry.
Ah,
No.
Jude's
I
a
didn't say that.
liar.
I didn't
I
cry.
didn't cry because I'm not a little
No.
bitch. I
didn't
just
cry.
that and was like, oh
We're
yeah, well,
bitches.
I
Imagine crying.
I
Imagine
couldn't
crying.
relate at all.
I
I
didn't cry, dude.
understand.
Sorry
Like
to break it
I
to
get
you.
the
It just
story.
wasn't.
I get the story is emotionally moving and it has that impact on some people. but
I'm sorry. I just don't have that level of investment. I'm dead inside, I guess. But
It's okay.
Same.
I'm
no,
mostly just
there's
poking
there's
fun.
one thing. There's one thing though. I think Soul likes the game more than he actually portrays. I'm gonna go ahead and throw
shit,
that out
I wouldn't
there.
be
Yeah,
playing it if
true,
I don't like it.
true.
Yeah, but you say you
You
hate the
relationship?
game every
I
chance
fucking
you
yeah,
get,
but I'm
you
mostly I'm
no,
mostly
you
saying that.
love
Look,
the
dude,
game.
I come from
You
a family where the
absolutely
phrase
love
I
the
come from a
game.
family where the phrase
Love
"I
hate.
love you"
No,
is
you
never said. We don't show our
I know,
love by
but you do.
saying, "Oh, we love the game." We show our love by being absolute
I'm
dickheads
throwing
to each
that
other
out
all the
there.
time.
I know, but I'm gonna throw that out there. You absolutely love the game.
No, I don't absolutely love the game. I've played
Oh, you
Genshin
do.
maybe
Sundere.
for maybe. Well, let's
could
put it like
tell
this.
Like I
from-
love you or
I haven't.
anything.
Let's put it like
from
this. Let's
just
put
the
it like this.
session we had
For the
today, I could
past
tell.
3 updates, the events that came out, I didn't do until literally the last 2 hours they were out.
I know, but you were so enthusiastic talking about it. I could just tell you love
It's
the game.
true. I think he just loves talking. I
He
think.
does. He just likes to put his butt
Probably
front
likes
on, but
talking.
he loves
What are
the
you talking
game.
about?
All right.
No,
so
I play Genshin. I play Genshin for the exploration because exploring new worlds, new undiscovered worlds. That's what I find fun in video games, and that's the only reason why I'm still playing Genshin. Because no matter what, at least until Shesnaya is completely out, I know there will be more stuff for me to explore later.
True.
True.
all right.
Never disappoints.
Well,
Yeah.
that was very
Yes.
spirited. So this last part would be basically question, answers, roundup, outro, which basically means we are done with our topics.
Yeah.
If you would like to super chat or ask your questions, then we would, be here to answer them. I appreciate everyone for joining in on this, this podcast. Like, we all have obviously wildly different opinions about the game, views on it, experiences, and I think that it's important.
Opinions.
Yeah, it's important for us all to come together and show you all that, like, we can have a conversation about it. It's not like we have to be
Exactly.
super toxic
Yeah.
and, yeah. So I hope that
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
I
enjoyed.
support the toxic. Fuck. God damn it. Hold on. Let me rephrase. First take. I
Export
support
toxicity.
I support the toxicity. All right, keep doing it because it
Let's
gives me
go.
something to talk about. So by all
Yeah.
means, keep doing it, and I'll make fun of you. I'll make fun of you for being stupid. So keep doing it.
I don't know about you, but my community is really like wholesome. It's just
My
And
community
Coomers.
is not,
Don't forget Coomers.
is not wholesome, but I like to think
Cops are
I've got,
wholesome. What do you mean?
I got a pretty good
can't leave that part
level-headed
out.
community, dude.
We never fight. We're just always horny. We're never angry. That's,
Oh, no, we
that's
fight.
basically the
We
reason.
argue. We argue like hell, but we don't attack people because they think differently than us.
True.
Yeah, I think it's mostly like you attract the audience that's like, people see who you are online and watch your videos and they're like, oh, this kind of personality, I relate to it or whatever. So like my community, very wholesome, very friendly, that kind of thing. We chill. There's
You
not a
would-
lot of drama.
You would think that, wouldn't you? But nah, dude. I don't know. A lot of the people, especially in my Discord, there's maybe two people that have same mindsets as me. If I had $1 for every time I've gotten to an argument with somebody in my Discord server, I'd be rich. If I had 50 cents for every time I've gotten to an argument with somebody in my community that resulted in them leaving the server, I'd be half as rich.
All right, so we do have a couple questions popping in. Let's get to these. Katie, the fandom girl, asked, "What is everyone's most and least favorite character in Genshin?" My favorite character is Kazuha, and my least
Same.
favorite character is probably Toma.
And your favorite flavor of
Least
ice
favorite
cream is vanilla.
Least favorite character to use for me for sure is like Klee. But I love her character, but I really hate using her. I never use her as DPS. It's so bad. It's so clunky. I hate it.
My least favorite character is probably Raiden Shogun or Kaching, but I'm more so giving it to
Yo?
if I had to go off of it now, it's definitely Raiden Shogun, and it's entirely based off of her story quest and her design and her personality. It so much missed potential, and I don't like that they backtracked. And my favorite character is Sucrose.
Sucrose.
Personally,
Why do you like Sucrose?
Yeah, Sucrose is great. I love her. She's so fucking underrated too, especially because she's really good, especially for vape swirl teams, or not vape teams, for swirl teams, especially if you ever see six, she can be better than Kazuha in a lot of instances, especially because now Elemental Mastery is such a demanded stat with Dendro.
my favorite character, Hu Tao, but it's soon gonna be Dia. As for my least favorite character,
Replaced. Oh my god.
Kaya.
Why Kaya?
Man, his
Understandable.
butt is always in my face every time I
Oh,
see
there are
him,
so many
and it's not even that
awesome
great of a butt.
picks.
He's too seductive, man.
I don't know. I don't know. Like you could have picked Diona or Dory or Klee. Fuck Klee.
No, I like those characters.
Oma. But no, you picked Kaya.
Yeah, I picked Kaya.
Damn. All right.
I also pick Kaya. I approve the message. I approve.
What
So-
about Aloy? What's our opinion on Aloy?
I just leave her alone.
I don't even
Aloy-
consider her a character. She's
Aloy's
just
not a
fucking-
character. She
Wait,
doesn't
who is that?
exist.
Yeah, I don't know who you guys are
Aloy's an
talking about.
advertisement. Aloy's an advertisement.
I don't know
Aloy?
what that character is.
Looks
I've
like a
never heard of them
weapon.
before.
I don't.
Yeah,
is that a
what's
weapon?
that?
What the fuck? Is that what we use to ascend shit?
Huh?
Anyway,
crazy.
I think Walrus hasn't gone,
Yeah.
and Valk and
Cody.
Cody.
So, favorite character Kaching,
Okay.
least favorite character Jean.
All right. Valk's favorite character is
Gene.
Raiden Shogun.
Yeah.
Why Jean?
So,
Yeah, why Gene? Hold on.
Okay.
oh.
I'm
So
just curious.
this goes way back to when I first summoned for D-Look. And so yeah, basically I had C4 Jean before I had any other character, and to this day I refuse to play Jean. Jean is like one of the only characters that I can say almost definitively till the end of the server's close I refuse to play her because she screwed me over so many times at
Oh,
like
it's a
losing
gotcha
50-50.
Yeah.
Can't
I was about to say she has the legs of a goddess.
I was gonna say nothing about Gene herself.
Nope.
Gotcha.
Hey, bro, those fucking cow
Gotcha.
tits. How could you hate Jean? She's like the most basic
Amazing.
fucking.
I hate her basicness. I hate
She's
her basicness.
basic.
She's
So
pretty amazing.
All right, Valk, who's your least favorite? We heard your favorite.
I don't really like whenever it comes to characters, I don't really care about the character, like as far as hatred. Like I don't really whatever. All the characters are okay. Some I like more than others, obviously. So I'm just gonna go by who I don't like playing the most, like who I find the most unfun to play, and that's Yamiko.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have this like ongoing
Yeah.
joke on my stream where I just continuously slander on Sucrose and hate on her just because with no reason at all. I don't know. It's just funny
I'll see
getting
you in
the
20
getting the
minutes, my friend.
reactions.
Keep an ear out for the knock on your door.
Alright. What about you, Cody?
Bullying Sucrose.
I think it's my favorite. It's now a tie. It was Raiden Shogun, but I think it's a tie between her and Yelan. I really, really adore Yelan. And then probably my least favorite, like the one I dislike, is probably Jin Yan, and that's only because they gave her English VA like a Kentuckian accent for some reason, and I'm just
Offended.
not a fan.
True.
Oh,
True.
really? Okay, I see how it is.
It's like the thickest Kentucky accent,
Oh,
and I
fuck
just
off.
don't know why.
Fuck off. As a Southern man, I can confirm that the Southern accents are hot as shit. All right.
Yeah,
are-
but there's a difference between a Southern accent and a Kentucky accent.
Bro,
and hers is
motherfucker,
a
nah.
thick-
You know how many people I know
It's a
in their
very
life
thick.
talk like
It's
her?
the thickest Kentucky
You
accent for
racist
no
bitch.
reason.
Wow.
There's no
racist
reason for
fuck.
it.
You
Real.
Genshin drama.
Why?
You
Real.
Genshin
Give her
drama.
such a
Let's
New
go.
Genshin drama
Kentuckian
just dropped.
accent.
Let's go.
Further Beyond Gaming is
Did I just get canceled? I think I just got canceled. No, but for real, it's for no reason. There's no point in her having such a thick Kentuckian accent. It just doesn't
Aw,
make
man,
any
it's
sense.
great. I love
Also,
it.
like it.
That's like
Also,
her only. That's like her only redeeming quality.
I mean,
They could
I'm
have
with-
made her like
I'm
a
with
really cool
Cody
rock
on
and roll
this one
chick.
because I grew up in Texas. I don't have much of an accent left because I've been gone for so long, but most of my family still has an accent. And Jinyan's accent sounds like what people sound like when they're making fun of us.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so
Like
far-
Unfortunately, that is
don't get me
true.
wrong. Like accents are sexy, especially Southern accents. Like if you have a very sexy Georgia Southern accent, or
you.
like a North
you.
Carolinian accent,
Thank you.
and even Kentucky accents, but they gave her like a very thick Kentucky accent for no apparent reason when she's this rock and roll chick. It just, for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like you look at her design, and then she
Cognitive
speaks,
dissonance.
and you're like,
Yeah.
what? It just
What?
doesn't match up. Now, if she had like a banjo or something, that would make
Maybe
more
the
sense.
idea was since
I think I used JP.
Elvis is from Tennessee. Tennessee's like the home of fucking rock and roll.
True.
Maybe that's the idea behind the whole thing. But like I said, to me, it's just
Maybe.
the way they did the accent.
Yeah, it's just such
I
a
come
thick-
from
yeah, like
I
that
come
would make
from
sense if she had like a nice
the
Tennessean
lower
accent.
50 states. I come from deep fucking south, and I'm not sure if you noticed. I'm sure it's kind of obvious, but I grew up there, and even though that's like the Hollywood bastardization of how we speak, I still think it's hot. Like I still like it, and even though I don't have an accent, because personally
Maybe it's
I've
because
hidden
it's
my
on
real voice for
Zinyan.
so long, I don't even fucking know what my real voice is anymore. I still find that shit great. Like I like it.
Maybe it's
So-
just the
Respectable.
character design doesn't match the accent for me.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
that's
no
what it
shit.
is.
Like, yeah, that. But again, like that's still her only redeeming quality is her voice for me. But I'm
All
biased. I'm biased as fuck though. So
All
Well,
right, so we do have some other questions.
Yeah, let's speed round.
Yeah, like guys, if you have more questions you want to ask, please go ahead and ask them. But Remserp asked, speaking of collabs, if they did another collab properly next time, like they gave them constellations and all that good stuff, what would you all want to see for collabs? And I'm just gonna come out and say it, like I just don't. I don't want that. I like, unless they can do a full event integrating the character like into the world and like giving like reasons and stuff. Like it just I don't want them to just plop a character in the game. And I know you said if they do it properly, but like I just rather them not. To be totally honest, just
Right.
no.
okay. I have an answer for this, but it's kind of long-winded. It's kind of long-winded, so I'm gonna try and cut it down as significantly as I can. Honkai Impact, and there's only one reason, because if you've played Honkai Impact, there's a character named Himiko, and she is like the auntie of the group. She's like the strongest
That's
Valkyrie,
Murata.
and Valkyries are like the super powerful women that fight evil. And there's a scene, I think it's in chapter 9 or 10, I don't remember exactly, but Himiko dons the suit that holds the great power of fire in it, and she goes to fight basically a god of calamity called the Hershir of fuck, what is it? Hershir of the Void?
Show the void.
Yes,
Void,
and she
yeah.
goes into this alternate
Listen.
realm and fights
Spoiler.
this godlike being. And essentially, she's given two things. She's given a suit and a sword, and the sword has the power of fire, and so does the suit. and she's given a vial that is going to deactivate her power because the suit would kill her, because every person who before her who wore the suit died. So they gave her a thing that would deactivate her powers. And while she's fighting this deity in this alternate realm, she, instead of giving the vial to herself, she gives it to the Hershera Void, which deactivates her powers because it has a human vessel. And the human vessel was a Valkyrie, so it deactivated her Valkyrie powers, thus deactivating Hershera the Void. So in the process, Himiko is stuck in this suit with this sword that has a great power of fire, and she just falls into a void and disappears. And unlike every other Valkyrie who dies in that game, she is the only one who, underneath her activation symbol, doesn't say out of commission, it doesn't say like dead or anything like that. It says missing. It doesn't say she's dead. It says she's missing. And as I said, suit of fire, and in Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact and Genshin are definitely linked. And Honkai Impact, you see the like Storm Terrors that he's canon in the game, not like a collab event. He's actually in the game. I think it's chapter 17. There's a cutscene where you see a Storm Terror in the bottom right corner. And I am convinced, especially because we know that some of the people call, or in the story somewhere, I don't remember where, I'll have to find it.
Children of Murata.
The Children of Murata. So I am 99.9% sure that the Pyro Archon is Himiko.
It's Himiko. Yeah.
It has to be.
It's not Himiko. It's
such a perfect it's such a perfect shitstorm of like these clashing ideas, especially because she disappeared wearing a suit that contains the great power of fire. Like, come on, bro. So yeah, I hope that would technically be a collab character. I hope it's Himiko.
Wait, would it be a collab if she's the Pyro
because
Archon,
because she's from Honkai Impact. Like,
so
if
Raiden's a collab?
No, because I'm saying
You said you want it to be that Himiko.
I want it to be
not
that
base.
exact
You want it to be that
Himiko.
one.
Yo, you guys are melting my brain.
No chance.
Can we have one at a time, please? You guys are melting my brain when you guys all go at once.
I want it to be that specific Himiko because it is too much of a coincidence for it to not be. All right, I want it to be that specific Himiko, and if it is, that would technically be a collab character. Therefore, that is my answer.
Okay.
I just want Konosuba.
Perfect.
Konosuba! Yes!
So, to match Soul's very, very long answer, I'm going to give a very, very short answer, right? So, you see, because Aloy's in the game, because Sony has their money handing out to Hoyo, right?
Money.
And they want to do advertising. And guess what just came out? And I would like to see him in the game.
Kratos.
I want Goku. I want Goku in Genshin.
Oh my fucking god.
That'll be crazy.
Kratos and Genshin would get me to come back to just to play as Kratos. I don't care if he's bad. I would be
That might
Kratos.
that might bring me back as well. To use the Blades of Chaos in Tevat would be insane.
He could be. I almost have a triple crown Aloy. I do not care. The game is easy. I will play Kratos.
Knowing Hoyoverse, I wouldn't put it past them to release like a collab character that has a unique weapon system. Look at how they just throw away entire islands, like the Golden Archipelago. If they learned anything from their current collab, is that they need to create more FOMO. And I think they need to scale collab characters up to C6, but their C6 should be equivalent to like a character's C1 or C2, and the C6 should be obtainable through the collab limited event, meaning you basically, as long as you play for the entire duration of the event, you should you should get a 5-star character that is equivalent to C2 with their signature weapon. So basically the exchange would be you grind day in day out for like 2-3 weeks for this event, and then you get this character. And if you miss even like a small tiny bit of it, you're not going to have enough token exchange for like the whole character. And they need to make these characters very unique. So let's say like a scythe, or like a sickle on a chain type of character,
like
or
the
like
Blades of Chaos.
Yeah, like the Blades of Chaos type of like a weapon, or like a heavy wielding double-handed hammer, or like something like that. These kind of unique combat system that can only exist in special collab limited time. So it's just like FOMO to the max. But because those characters are free, right? Like, because they're technically free as long as you play the game. during that period. That could get a lot of people to come back and stuff like it. But specifically, what type of collab would I want is like I actually, this is really weird. I want some sort of like Greek like mythology collabs. Like I know people were expecting like One Piece Luffy. Like
I know
just,
somebody from Greek mythology that would make a good
Yeah.
collab.
If we had the main character from Hades, oh my god, that would be awesome.
yeah, like those kind of characters, I think they suit like this weird fantasy mythical stuff more than like somebody from Jujutsu Kaisen or something like
No, I
that.
agree.
Right? It's hard to even think.
I'm not worried about the. This goes into a good discussion because there's the Fortnite topic. Whenever Aloy first came out, everyone's like, "I don't want to be Fortnite." I'm gonna be real. I don't care about that because if you don't like the character, just don't use them. Like everyone gets a character for free, so just never use them. Or even better, don't accept them from the mail, and then they disappear after 30 days. You never have to see them again. It's a single player game, so I'm of the camp that they can add whatever they want.
He's of the camp, suck it up, Buttercup. It's not a big deal. That's a good take. I agree with that take.
Anybody else?
Based.
Mm.
All right, let's do one more question. You got one, Flo?
I was just listening to you guys ramble here. So let me scroll up, see if we got. Do you guys play? Oh, this is a kind of a good one, I guess. Do you guys play Genshin in English? Why or why not? If not in English, what language do you play in?
Yeah, here we go.
JP.
Say this all the time. All right, the people that like I know a bunch of people that like they say I play Genshin in English. They're like, ugh. Why are you playing on English? Motherfucker, you're speaking English. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I play it. I play it in English because I like to understand what my characters say. Don't get me wrong. I play fucking, Puni. That's an exclusively Japanese game. Everything they say, even the fucking text is in Japanese. I get enough of my other languages from that. That shit's a pain in the ass. I just wanna listen to it in English. If I decide to listen to it, I don't want to read. Okay, I don't know how to read. All right, I'm stupid. I don't know how to read, so I play it in English. That's my reason.
Perfect. Final Flame.
Yeah, as for me, I play in English also, and people do be coming through. They're like, "Ew, why are you playing English? Playing JP or something?" I'm like, "Hey, if you want to play in JP or Chinese, Korean, feel free. But I'm gonna play in English because I understand it, and also somebody has to sit here and appreciate the English VA's work. So you go
Exactly,
enjoy whoever
yes.
you want to enjoy, and let me be the
Yes.
guy that appreciates the English VAs. How about that? That's my
Talking
take
about
on it.
why you watch it in English while they polish their katanas.
I like using JP because like I watch a lot of anime, but I'm not really like a veteran weeb. I've just been like 2 years, 3 years, and I really like some characters like the same voices from other animes that I really love. Seeing them playing to the world of Genshin, it's really interesting to me. Like, oh, I know this voice. This is very like Hoto's voice actress. Yeah, I love her. I love her role in Konosuba. So it's really it makes it so much more fun to like go through the story and hearing these familiar voices. So
You see, jokes on everybody because my game is permanently muted. No cap. I only unmute my game when I'm doing summons because people refuse to watch me summon without listening to the annoying ass.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So-
Same. I have fucking in-game audio muted so I can listen to fucking an 8-hour long video about how cheese is made.
Yeah,
In the background.
yeah, that's one of the other reasons I have something playing on the side. But when I do have my audio on, it's CN, and I think one of the things is like CN surprised me so damn much. Yeah, surprised, right? Like we somehow got most of the major ones already filled. So CN actually really surprised me. I used to play on JP until I actually listened to the CN voice acting. I was like, oh my god, like this is not what I remembered CN's voice acting like was. So it was really good, and especially Zhongli. Like if you guys have ever heard the CN Zhongli voice acting is very good, and I think there's also something that like I understand the language, so like the way they like have like they say their ultimate moves and stuff. It's very poetic in like some of them, and it feels like really sophisticated, and I love that as well. But 99% of the time it's muted, so doesn't even matter.
Nice.
Nice.
Who hasn't gone? Valk. I don't know if you.
Hasn't.
It's even there.
Great answer. Great answer.
Hey, good.
Okay, well, I'll just
Oh,
say.
my mic's muted. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm very, very indifferent on languages. I don't really care. There's certain things I like. The only thing I'm really big on is Raiden Shogun's JPVA is Slan from Berserk, and I'm a huge Berserk fan. Outside of that, I just play in English because I understand it. That's it. I just want to understand what they're saying without having to read, so I can like look at something else while the dialogue's going that I can't mash X on. So I can be playing on my computer and just listen to it like an audiobook. That's about it.
And
True.
fuck all y'all. Not a single one of you said you don't know how to read. Come on. I know one of you doesn't. I can't be the only one.
Cody, what about you when you did play?
I was gonna say I don't play anymore. Yeah, I think it was for me. It was just the preference at the time. So there would be some times where I logged on and I wanted to hear JP voices. Sometimes I just wanted the English VAs. So it's just a preference at the time. Nothing too special about it.
Yeah, I tend to swap back and forth too. Like for quests, I like to do the English stuff because, like, kind of like what Valk was saying. Like I can't, like if subtitles are on the screen, I'm staring at them. I don't care if I've already read it. Like my eyes just will not peel away from the stupid words on the screen, and so then I miss all like the facial expressions and stuff going on. So for stories, I like to have it in English so that I don't have that issue. But when I have the opposite issue for combat because you use the characters so often that like when you hear the same voice lines over and over, it just really gets like irritating for me. But when I have them in JP, I have no idea what they're saying, so it doesn't bother me. It's just
the same.
True.
So you're
That's-
talking about right
that's
here,
true.
right now, right here.
Right here,
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Last forever. Right here, right here, right now.
Worthless.
Yeah. So
What
for
are you writing,
combat, for combat, it's JP. All right.
Did they implement a skip button?
No, I fucking wish.
Holy smokes! Why not?
They wanted the people to like go through the story.
Yeah,
They were
for-
they
They
worked so hard.
fucking
Oh,
realize
they
that
wanna
if
get
you don't
people
add a
emotionally
skip button, the
invested.
people that want to skip are gonna skip. It just changes how many buttons they have to press to skip. Like when I skip through
Tedious.
dialogue, I'll fucking like Yolan's quest. I didn't even fucking do Yolan. I did do it, but I didn't listen to it. I literally had fucking headphones on, listening to God knows what, while spamming through X, and I wasn't even paying attention. And for the most recent one, Tainari's, they make you do Tainari's quest, and Tainari and Nilu's quest have to be 100% done before you can do the final quest for the Sumeru Archon quest. Did you know that?
No, I
have
didn't do
to-
Tina request. I
you
didn't
have
do.
to- Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. If you already claimed the quest and had it in
Oh,
your
if you
log,
think, yeah.
you had to finish them in their entirety before you were able to do the final one. So I had to do
Really.
Tainari's and Nilu's quest before I was able to
Oh my
turn in the final quest for Sumeru. So that whole fucking time I was watching Chainsaw Man while spamming X or whatever.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
the keyboard. I think it's X.
Reminds you of the person who got banned by using
I
an
know.
auto clicker. Yeah, the
Yep.
auto clicker. Just he got
That
Oh my
sounds-
God.
You did have to, yeah, that's horseshit. You did have to do all of Nilu's quests because I checked every single time they were done with dialogue. Because I don't know which one, but one of the NPCs in Nilu's quest was also involved, and the only quest where Nihilou wasn't part of it, the NPC was part of it.
I haven't done it, so
Fuck.
I think Hoyoverse wouldn't add a skip button because they need to farm your playing hours.
True.
All
Yeah.
right. I think I didn't really see any other questions.
can I ask a
In the
question?
chat.
Can I ask?
Can you ask a question?
Yes.
Eugene.
No, go
everybody?
away. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. How would you describe the whole Genshin community in like a summarized like one sentence, like short sentence?
I can fuck that shit. I can do it in one word. Cesspit.
Oh no. Oh my god. Okay.
That's two words.
Cesspit.
But again, I don't know how to speak
Alright.
English, so
I can do it in a single word, and that's soft.
soft. Yeah.
Oh. Bruh.
They take so much offense to absolutely nothing. Like I know I'm not one to speak, but I'm sure you've can tell based off my mannerisms. I'm very much so a you say whatever is on your mind, and people can see how they want. Like I saw earlier, I said retarded in a negative context, and a bunch of people in the chat were like, "Oh, can you not say that? Can you not say that?" No, I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah, true.
Like you can be offended by it, that's good, but like I am not going to change the way I speak for fucking ass sniffer 772 on the internet. Like I don't give a shit.
Indeed.
Like I
Indeed.
grew up I grew up in the fucking South. I don't know what about y'all, but here's the best way to describe it. A lot of the modern generation is very main character syndrome, very self-important. They grew up everybody telling them they're the best, they're amazing, and then the internet only made it worse. Because now you can join communities where everybody generally has the same opinion, and if somebody disagrees with you, you can just push them off to the side. And especially in Genshin, that's so fucking common. Like, here's a great example. A lot of characters come out, they'll be like, "Oh my god, fucking, oh, this character is great. I love this character," but then like you bring up the actual statistics of no, they're not. Here's the proof. Blocked because they don't want to hear it. And it's only got worse. So like a lot of the modern Genshin community, and I see a lot of people chat saying they're kids, bro. They're kids. No, the fuck they're not. I can safely confirm. I interact with the community daily, all right, and I can confirm that no, they're not kids. A lot of them are like 18, 19, 20, and I've had
Mostly
terrible
teenagers,
interactions
yeah.
with older generations too. Now obviously, yes, the older they get, the less likely they are to give a shit about some fictional character, but you got to keep in mind
True.
that this has been a problem on the internet for 5 years, and those people that were 14 when it happened are now 20, and now they're still doing it. It's a fucking huge problem, and like they get so upset over nothing. Like just a different opinion. Like if you have a different opinion than them, unacceptable. I refuse to accept this. It's horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are kids like that because like I don't like using terms like that in conversation, but I'm not going to tell like you are a guest on my podcast. I'm not going to like police your speech. You know what I mean? You can say whatever you want. You can
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I disagree. I think if I'm the guest on your podcast, if this is going on your channel, you should have the right to say, "Hey, don't do this on my channel." You should have the right to say that.
Your rules. Yeah.
Now, if you told me
Your
that,
platform.
I would tell you to go fuck. No, I'm just kidding. But I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would respect your opinion because this is your channel. So I disagree with that specifically.
Same here.
But keep going. I just had to say that.
I guess for me, I would say passionate. Now the question is what they're passionate about. Sometimes not the best things, and sometimes they're actually like really wholesome and down to earth. But yeah, I would definitely say passionate. Just depends on what the passion's being aimed towards.
I would choose the word misrepresented because there's a lot of good people in this community, evidently with most of our communities minus Soul, because for some reason he just can't find
repeat yourself. I didn't hear that.
That's true.
So
That's
I
true.
mean, like, I think because it's the people who scream the loudest that gets heard, right? That's what it ends up happening. And that's what's happened with the Genshin community. It has such a bad rep because of all the people who have, who are constantly just yelling at the top of their lungs about everything. And it's given the community a very bad rep. And that's why I think the Genshin community by large is very misrepresented by a very small group of people. And it's because most of the time the people who actually are more, I guess, air quote, likable and more presentable, they just keep it themselves. It's really the people, if you've noticed, are the most vocal, the most outspoken, or the most like animated, the most people like Twanto who are very trendy and stuff like that. They're definitely the one that
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
the most exposure. I'm not saying Twanto is misrepresenting the community. I just gave him as an example. But other people, you guys know who they are, like the ones who speak the loudest, who have the most things to say always. And that's why we get a bad rep. Not saying we don't have any mistakes and we should all be hailed as the icons, but I'm just saying that the Genshin community is very, very big. It's huge, but I think people from the outside only knows like that one small group because it's very easy to poke fun at these people and just put them on a spotlight and everybody just point fingers and laugh at them. And that's why I think they even to this day they're so well known even outside of Genshin, and somehow that just became what Genshin is.
True.
Yeah, well, it's easy. It's really
Very
easy
well
to
said.
generalize people. It's like
Uh-huh.
super easy to see the vocal minority and just put them in a box, and it's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
solved.
Every
It's
Genshin player
obviously,
is that. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more complicated.
Yeah, vocal minority. Fuck. And it doesn't help that like a lot of actually sane people don't want to even touch Genshin right now. Yeah, when was it? I think it was in was it January? Where like it was like, oh yeah, dude, oh you play Genshin? Pedophile. Oh you play Genshin? Terrible human being. Oh you play Genshin? Can't take other people's opinion. And it's I understand it for like games like Smash or Minecraft because they had that really big problem with it, but like there's only one situation of Genshin where I can remember where it happened, and I didn't even know what was happening until 2 years later, and that was after being in the community for so long. And it also doesn't help that the actually sane people that play the game don't want to tell people they play the game. Like you wouldn't fucking catch me dead telling other people in real life that I play Genshin. Like, oh, what's your favorite game right now, Poony? What's that? Don't worry about it. It's not Genshin. Like, it's fucking terrible. Because it's kind of like Fortnite, where like it got really, really big, really, really fast, and like you don't realize how big it is, but it's fucking huge, and now it's just popular to hate on it for no reason. Ass, bro.
So Cody, Jima, what about you guys?
Yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. You want to go first?
I will describe Genshin community as like very diverse and fragmented. Like we can like it's hard to clump up every like person to place. It's too big. It's like a worldwide phenomenon. Like we got for me when I focus on my YouTube community, like my own comment section, like it's like 99% very wholesome. Like I can tell you enough. It's like I don't see anybody like people saying, "Oh, Genshin fans are the worst." They're like the toxic, most cringy stuff. But when I focus on my own niche, my own community, we like agree on everything. Like there's not much like But when I go outside, when I like last month I tried downloading Twitter. Oh my god! Yeah, it's a different world. It's like we're not even playing the same game. That's how diverse Genshin is. It caters to a lot of age ranges, different values, different morals, different like people care too much about fictional characters, but in my community we really don't care. We separate fiction from reality, and yeah, I think that's the best word to describe it. If you look in the right places, Genshin community is the best for me.
Jimo, your community is so wholesome because you farm Coomers, and I'm like, maybe
Coomers
I'm
are
biased.
wholesome.
Yeah, I was about to say, I might be biased.
They're
Like,
wholesome. They don't have any of that.
I'm
They
like
don't
the
have any of that
only.
backlog of testosterone. It's all released.
I'm like the only Genshin YouTuber in the history of ever that has an NSFW chat in my Discord, and the people that are in that chat specifically, they don't touch anywhere else, and they are the nicest people ever. And it's just
Yes,
like, what
exactly.
the fuck? Like, why
server.
aren't you oh shit, I almost joined call. Fuck. Why aren't you anywhere else in the community? Y'all are so fucking nice for no reason. Where are y'all? So that's probably why your community is so wholesome. Because you farm the Coomers, bro.
Also, I like target like older people. Like, of course, people like more mature.
More mature content.
Mhm.
I don't know though. I don't know for real
I
though.
want to be
Like,
family friendly. I never want to be family friendly. It's the biggest like. I hate it. I don't want to be family friendly.
yeah, well, my channel is like very family friendly, and so is my Discord, and everyone in my community is really nice and wholesome. So I don't know.
Blazing
Maybe they looked at
stream, dropping
they-
curse words every other sentence.
they probably look at stuff on their own time, and I just like, for me personally, it's like, this is a video game and I'm not here to like make it about my sexuality or like my preferences for different kinds of people. So like I'm honestly, I think it's really, I'm not trying to piss anyone off, but like I just think it's kind of gross and weird when people make the game super sexual, because it's like, those are the same people who are like, oh, we don't care about fictional characters, but also fictional boobies. And it's like, okay, cool and all, but like I'm just here to like play a video game and like vibe and stuff, and I'm not here to like
Again, to what you say.
You
can't
You know
deny-
what's
you can't
even
deny-
funnier about what you're saying, though, about all of this, is that canonically none of the characters have any romantic interest in anybody except for the one flower girl for Diluc. That is the only romantic interest in the game for a main character.
I'm gonna piss on your grave here, Val. It's heavily implied that there's something going on with Eula and Amber, and it's also heavily implied that there's something going on with Baidu and Ning Wang.
It's just friends.
It's never. It is never outwardly said. But for the
I'm
love of
telling you, it's
fucking
just friends.
but dude, for the love of
That's
fucking God,
headcanon you
Amber
got
and
going,
Eula
man.
take a bath
I
together,
respect
bro.
it.
How did we
I
get on
respect
this?
money.
it. That's headcanon you got going, though.
That is not weapons. What the fuck do you mean?
Hey, man.
It's what they're doing. You know what they're
You can
doing.
hide being a Kuma all you want, but Gmo's there for you.
No, fuck
Yeah.
off. No, sorry, Demo. Don't not happening. But okay, but Flowcat,
Taken.
I pissed on his grave. I'm gonna piss on your grave too. They definitely do lean into the sex side of the community. I mean, for the love of fucking God, Raiden pulls a sword out of her fucking titties. You cannot sit here and tell me that shit doesn't play into that part, bro. Come
I hate
on,
those people
now.
that say Genshin is the most pure, wholesome game. Very, very. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, they
Come on,
obviously never seen
You
like
deny it.
Shenhe rocking up into battle in full lingerie.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Cloud Retainer's got going, but like like she's been handing out some
BDSM
really
sex dungeon up in the
yeah,
clouds.
like
Yeah,
some
man.
really weird outfits to her like students. I haven't gotten you, Shenhe. I'm worried for who's coming next.
Yelan.
Like they had no reason to make
Yelan,
Yelan's splash art
Yelan.
like that, right?
Eula.
Yelan's splash art.
I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that the characters aren't attractive. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think it's weird that a lot of people spend, like, there are people that spend 85% of their time just being horny with the game, and it's not my experience. My experience is like having an emotional connection and not just like sexualizing these characters, like caring about their backstories and stuff. So that's all I'm saying. People can have their own experience of the game. Like, we all obviously have a very different experience of the game, as we can all, anyone watching this podcast can tell. We all vastly disagree on so many different things, and that's chill. Like, that's fine.
It's
I'm just
okay.
trying to,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to attract people that
Yeah.
are similar to how I feel about the game and want to like vibe with me. So,
People
Respectable.
to have the same idea as you.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily the same idea. People disagree with me in my community.
No,
I
he's
just think
accepted
I
that.
like to attract people that disagree with me because there's nothing more fun than having a 3-hour long conversation at 1 o'clock in the morning about pixels in a video game.
Bruh.
right.
All right.
Oh, Cody, what's your word for the community?
Yeah, that
What do you think about Raiden Shogun pulling a sword out of her tits? What's your opinion on that?
Guys, can we one at a time and also let Cody talk, please? Thanks.
Yeah, so in terms of the community, I mean, I echo a lot of the same sentiments as a lot of you here. I mean, I could see all sides of it from every one of you. I think the Genshin Impact community is, in my opinion, a typical gacha community. To me, that's what Genshin Impact is at its core, is a gacha game. It's a typical gacha community, but because of how large Genshin Impact is, it's amplified to the 10th, 100th degree. So you have in each gacha game that community of individuals that are wholesome, and then those individuals that are extremely toxic. And with Genshin Impact, because of how large it is, in my opinion, that minority of people that are toxic are just amplified a little bit more because of how big Genshin is and how popular it is. They could say something extremely outrageous, and because of how popular and trending Genshin Impact always is, it just gets amplified, and it becomes trending itself, and then it becomes a community-wide problem, and then you see it hashtagged on Twitter everywhere. Every gacha game is like that. It's just they don't have the platform that Genshin Impact does. So when somebody that's toxic on Genshin Impact says something, it goes trending, or it becomes a major issue. But you see that in every gacha game. So I think the community has most definitely its wholesome parts. I've been a part of it. And there's some great people within the Genshin Impact community. But then, of course,
Like you guys.
every game. Yeah, exactly. But like with every game, you have the good and you have the bad. And the bad is just accentuated a little bit more with Genshin because of how popular and big it is.
Before we hop off, I want to warn everybody: if you see a character trending on Twitter, don't click it. Don't go into it.
Why not?
What?
Unless it's brand new. If it's a brand new character, then
Fan
you're
art.
safe. But
Now
if
I'm
it's not a
curious.
brand new character, don't click it.
I was about to say, because like on fucking Twitter every single day for the past like week, Scaramouche has been trending. So
Scaramouche. Guys, do you think Scaramouche will surpass Nahida sales, or what's your
No,
prediction?
No, it's not
Okay.
possible.
Let's go.
Not possible.
You guys are
The amount of
you
times
guys
I've
have big
heard
brain. You guys
X
have
or
big brain.
Y is trending, and then saying don't go click it, and then somebody clicks it, and they go, "I regret everything."
I will click
I
it.
wonder why this person's trending.
you can say whatever you want about Twitter Genshin, but I will say this: if you ever feel bad about yourself, if you ever think you're like a terrible person, or you're not that smart, or like you have bad takes, log on to Twitter, look at the trending section, click on whatever is number one, and scroll through it for 5 minutes. You'll walk away feeling like you're the smartest fucking person on planet Earth.
That's
Guaranteed.
true. That's
Guaranteed.
true.
That's true.
We can all agree on that.
True.
So let's do this. Let's just start wrapping up the thing. So like we can go from like left to right and just kind of give our little outro spiel, whatever we want to say. And then I mean we can keep discussing stuff if we want, but we can consider the podcast like over at this point,
I'm gonna go first because it's 1
Play the
o'clock in the
outro
morning.
music.
It's like 1:30 a.m. for me, and I want to dip. I haven't even
All right,
showered
go-
yet.
Yeah,
so
you
mind
can
if I
go
first?
first if you want to get out of here.
So what is our like outro thing? What do you want us to do? Is there something I'm not allowed to do?
I mean, like that language that you used earlier, maybe don't be as foul with your language. Other than that, I don't really care.
Well, we're already close to over now, so I don't think it matters. But if we ever collab in the future, I'll keep it in mind. Hi, I'm Soul. I'm the monstrosity on the far right. I make videos talking about random shit that I don't like, and I pretend to be mad. That's what I do. But do keep in mind that everything that I've done from now on, I'm not doing it anymore. I have a new thing in mind that I want to do. I want to be more normal because I'm really sick and tired of making a video pretending to be mad and ruining my whole fucking evening because of it. So I'm going to be more normal. I'm going to not be a rampant asshole. I will curse a lot. I'm sorry for that. If you don't like it, that's cool. But yeah, that's about it. It was fun being on Walrus final, Further Beyond, even though you didn't really talk that much. It was still cool to talk to you before. Gmo, Valk, and Flowcat, thanks for having me. I gotta go, like 1:30, but again, it was really cool talking to y'all.
Well, thanks for being
Thank you,
here.
bro.
Yeah, and Flowcat, next time, man, if you don't like me saying, fucking ass all the time, just say something early on, and I'll stop, bro. Like, don't suffer in silence, man. This is your channel.
I get that, but I feel like we've had this conversation maybe more than a couple times, and I feel like at this point, I don't know why I would have to say that to you, if that makes sense, but we don't need to have this conversation right now.
I don't look at your channel, dude. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Sorry.
It's fine.
Again,
It's
I'm
chill.
really sorry.
It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. You're allowed to be whoever you want to be. I'm not here to like police who you are,
All right, cool. Well, it was fun. Goodbye.
Why?
Bye-bye.
He secretly
Bye.
loves Genshin.
I guess Walrus next.
Oh,
We all know that.
We'll go from right to left, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it was great being here. Definitely longer than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh yeah, way longer.
Yeah.
Way longer.
But it was
fun, though.
It was fun. Yeah, thanks for having me, and I look forward to episode 2. Actually, I do have a question. Like, how often do we plan to do this? And yeah, is this Is this going to be a patch per patch thing? I guess it's great to let the audience, like people who are still watching right now, know how often this is going to happen, and yeah, where they could find out or stay on schedule with the TAVET Summit episode 2.
Summit.
I
Maybe 3 times a
mean,
year.
I mean, I'm down to do it like a few times a year, but like every
Yeah.
patch is way too much because getting
Yeah.
this many people
Exactly.
together. But I was thinking like
hard.
annually or biannually, but we could even do it triannually, like every 4 months. I feel like that would be
be
interesting
down.
too.
Yeah,
So-
like chat, I know there's a lot of people saying once a month, once a patch or whatever, but you got to keep in mind that like the back end of this is a lot of work. Like there's a lot of organizing, getting our schedules to line up alone is like it's crazy. I'm shocked that we're
It's
all here right
nightmare.
now.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
This was even delayed a week, so
Yeah, this was.
Yeah.
But we will
Supposed to be,
definitely do
like,
it
no
again.
idea.
Please invite me. Thank you.
Don't worry, Jim. We will.
It's honestly why I almost forgot about it
Yeah.
because it kept delayed a week. I forgot it was delayed.
It's okay.
Yes. So for outros, wouldn't be Gmail next?
Yeah. Jimo, you want to do you?
Okay. Outro. I don't know. Please don't visit my channel. Your life will be ruined. Stay
Mm-mm.
at
Go
least
to it.
like 500 miles away. Okay. Yes. That's it.
Get this man to
Don't judge his
100K.
channel by the thumbnails. I promise you. Actually, watch the video.
Oh yeah, his videos are funny.
Don't judge him by the
Bruh,
thumbnails.
thank you.
They're just
Bruh, thank
bait.
you.
Are they really though?
I did really.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess I'll go next. You guys already know Final Flame. Yeah, I mean, just thank you for everybody that came through. Greatly appreciate Flo for being the first host of the TAVET Summit. 100%. Can't wait to do another one with whoever knows who's going to host next. So we'll figure that out hopefully in a few months. But yeah, just thank you for everybody coming out. And as always, remember to keep burning bright and Latome. Unfortunately, I can't do Latome here because I don't have my other mini final.
Not home.
But yeah, you guys keep
Not
burning bright.
home. Aw. All right.
All right, we got Val, Cody. Got to say Flo for last.
Okay, yeah, I'll go next then. I'm Val. If you liked me or anything, just make sure to use my code at GamerSubs. Code Val for 10% off.
Nice.
Nice.
That's really it.
Yeah, no, I'm honored to be here once again. I haven't been playing the game, so surprised to get the invite. I'm just honored to even be a part of this. It was a great time. Not gonna lie, it does, doing this and speaking about the game once again, because I haven't spoke about it in quite some time, kind of might have sparked something in me to maybe get back
Let's
into it.
go.
Maybe get a little more prepared for the second one if I get an invite back. So that way I have more to talk about. I know I didn't talk about much, just because I didn't feel super qualified to talk about a lot of the topics. So wanted to let the more qualified individuals here speak about the topics and weigh in on that. But once again, I just feel honored being here. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to invite me and hearing what I have to say, and cannot wait for the next one, and should be good. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for being here. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter how much everyone talks or whatever. It's just like even if you quit the game, like you still played the game. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't have any reason to be here or anything. So it's good to have you for real. Yeah. Does anyone else have to go, or am I going? Has Walrus gone? I can't remember.
Yeah, I already went.
He's technically still here. Yeah, everybody's gone. So it's just you, man.
Shoot.
Host
Okay.
of
All
the
right.
night.
Yeah, so I'm super honored, and thank you, Flame, for coming forward to me and like letting me host this for the first time and whatnot. That's great. I'm happy to be here. I've got my Discord link pinned. If anyone watched this, you want to join my Discord. I do see a lot of people in chat that I normally see, but if you're new around these parts to my channel, make sure you hit the sub, like the video, whatever, and check out some of my other content. I'm a fire performer. I do that. That is a thing that I do. I have a video like an old video of some of my older fire performance stuff. I would love to do some like more Genshin related stuff, but I need my channel to grow. Like my channel has to grow, and then I can probably do like some cool cosplays and like, you know, mimic people's kits and stuff, like especially pyro unit stuff. So yeah, hit up my channel. Sheesh. Uh, yeah, this was fun. This was a great time. I really like, this is
Yeah,
the kind
yeah.
of stuff that I live for. You know, it's like we all have different experiences, and I love listening to like everyone just give their takes and talk about stuff. So super glad to be here.
Different perspectives, like broaden your horizon. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
nice.
exactly.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
main point of this Tevat Summit, is really just to show that just because we have different viewpoints on the game and how,
Yeah.
you know, we interact with it, doesn't mean we can't, you know, be chill with each other. And that's the main thing that, you know, we see sometimes in the community. And like Walrus said, a lot of it is represented, but
Represented.
it's nice to just remind people that, you know, just because we
We're
come
human beings. We're decent human. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
We're human.
But yeah,
We're
it's
not just
nice to remind
NPCs.
the communities about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Aw.
Hopefully, you know, we'll get some stuff figured out for the next one really soon so we can announce that early and also be way more prepared. But that will probably do it for this Tevat Summit. Flo, you want to say anything to close it out?
Yeah, just so if you want to follow what we're doing with this, since we're gonna try to, you know, do this again, you know, subscribe to our channels. We'll be talking about it in our streams and our videos, in our content, to give you an idea of what's going on, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're in our Discords and stuff, that is the best way to do it, especially Final Flame. Like, you know, make sure you're subbed to his channel specifically, because he is the one that put this all together. Like big shout out to Final Flame here. This would not have been
Thank you, Final
possible.
Flame.
It's like so much work that he did for this that none of us did. So you know, it's really great. It's really great. Big shout out there. Other than that, that's all I gotta say.
All right, guys. Well, that'll be it for the stream. We will see you guys in our respective channels and in the next Tevat Summit. Until then, I guess bye.
Bye bye. Hello, everybody. Hey, yo, we are here and alive. The stream for the podcast is over, but your boy Walrus is just about to start. Okay, so we are doing a Nahida giveaway. How many people even survived that? Let's see how many people. There's only 95 people here. There's only 95 people here. So yes, today, if you guys do remember, is the Nahida giveaway. We will be doing that towards the end here. There's a couple things that I need to go through first. I do want to talk about Layla and how, yeah, I know, surprise. There's a new character coming out. Like, nobody really is even talking about her. But yeah, I want to talk about Layla because I do feel like she, with how they describe her kit, she does feel a little bit of like an upgrade from old characters. Is she an upgrade? We'll see, right? Like, we're gonna go over that, and I might do some reaction to a video, or I might have to save that for a future live stream, and we'll go into the giveaway for Nahida. All right, I do have to make an announcement though in chat. I mean, not in chat, in my Discord. In my Discord. So as people come in, we will give them that time. But one moment here. What's the channel member bonus luck again? Was it times 7? Yeah, 7 times luck. Okay, so I'm making the announcement in Discord, letting everybody know the Nahida giveaway is happening. Oh, it's been a while since I've done these giveaways. Usually they're sponsored. But yeah, let's see. Channel members are at 7 times luck. Nahida. Right. There you go. Okay. So, I might have to change the thumbnail here as well. I'm just getting all this stuff ready. Let's put this over here. But we are going to be talking about not Neela, Layla. We're going to be talking about Layla first here because I want to get that out of the way first. Thoughts, okay? Thoughts on Layla. What do you guys think? Do you guys think she's going to be redefining anything, or do you guys think she's just going to be one of those throwaway characters that Hoyoverse likes to do nowadays with their 4-star rosters? Oh, face cam. Let me see. Am I still frozen? Oh, I'm frozen for a moment. Let me fix that real quick. Hopefully this does the trick. I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well. So, let's get chat on screen as well. Ooh, oh, ooh, hoo, hoo. There you go. Okay. Is this the right I feel like, okay, maybe like this, like that. Every time I lose power in my house, like the camera setting resets, so I have to redo everything again. So then I have to recalibrate like this. Maybe a little more from the bottom. I feel like I'm lower than I usually am. Okay, this should be fine. But yeah, let's open the thing for Layla and talk about her. Here. Where is her abilities? Where was that thing that I saw with all her abilities in it? I see the one where they show this. But where's her ability thing? Did I miss it? Was it here? Oh, I think I found it. Yep. Basically, this is like a very, very basic overview. So Layla is a cryo character. Here it says. Oh. Here, I feel like a bit weird here. Okay, so Layla is a cryo character who can provide shields for party and deals damage even when she is off field. Using her elemental skill, she casts a shield that absorbs damage for her party and deals cryo damage to enemies through shooting stars. While the shield is active, her elemental burst releases a celestial dream sphere that constantly deal cryo damage to opponents within its AoE. So immediately to me, this feels like a hybrid between Diona and Rosaria. Have you guys felt that? So I'm going to be making a video about this, so we probably will be recording a video here, and then we're going to go into the giveaway. Okay, so here's the thing with Layla, right? Layla, you know what? Let's just start recording. Let's just start recording because I think it's easier as we just record and talk about this, because I'm gonna have to say all this and I'm gonna have to say it all over again. So oh wait, I remember I had a cryo team. Okay, so here's a cryo team. This is so weird. Okay, so let's get onto the ledge over here. All right, boom, 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 boom. Maybe Shenhe is more suited. Shenhe is probably more suited. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about Layla, because Layla, I think, is very interesting when they chose to release her. All right, I'm gonna start recording. Okay, sup everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're here live on YouTube, and we're going to be talking about the new character Layla. All right, now here's the thing about Layla. Before we go any further, I want to give a little bit of a framework. If you guys don't know what she does, is she's a character that provides a shield as well as a cryo off-field damage. So I was just saying this to chat, is that Layla is being released at a very interesting time. I do feel like Layla as a character, it's not one of those characters where you immediately be like, oh my goodness, we need this character. She has to be in the game. How come this character isn't in the game? I can't believe we waited this long to get a character such as Layla in the game. Even though she's not a crucial character, I do think she does have value. And to a certain degree, I do think HoYoverse maybe is once again testing the waters with something that I've been saying the game is starting to need. This wasn't a problem back in the day in Genshin's earlier days, but nowadays I do feel like this has become quite a problem. Is that, as you guys see on screen, we have 4 characters in a team, but it really feels like we need more slots. Right now, team slots just feel so highly contested, and oftentimes you feel like, oh, imagine if I had one more slot, a 5th slot, how good would that be to, you know, like to make my teams just feel that much more complete, that much more efficient, right? You want so many of these characters doing so many different things that you almost always feel like you never have enough. And Layla as a character, if you guys analyze it or just look at it, or if you guys have been keen, is that Layla feels like 2 characters combined into one. She feels like Diona and Rosaria combined into one character. And if you guys have played some more free-to-play cryo teams, you sometimes would have Diona and Rosaria on the same team, and now you don't need to, really. But for people who don't want to pick up Layla, or who don't want to invest into Layla, playing Diona and Rosaria separately or on the same team is still completely viable. But it's just for those people who are a little more try hard and they want to optimize more for their teams, and they want to make sure that their characters are all performing to the maximum capability with the game, with everything that the game has to offer. And I have Shenhe here on screen. Shenhe is one of those characters that nobody would ever really say prior to her release, like, oh, we need this character. Even till this day, I wouldn't really say anybody needs Shenhe. Yes, if you're playing a predominantly cryo carry team, I would say Shenhe is a pretty valuable character to pick up. But with how cryo has been, it's also really weird that HoYoverse chose to release a character such as Layla in the current state of the, you know, Genshin meta. Right now, Dendro is at an all-time peak. Nahida just came out, and following Nahida is going to be this, I would assume, 4-star character that pushes cryo forward. And while I say it doesn't make much sense, I can also justify likely why. It's because Dendro doesn't really have anything to do with cryo. Now, yes, Reverse Mount Ganyu is a very, very popular team with Nahida right now, but that doesn't mean cryo is heavily incentivized to be played with Dendro. So So it's understandable that during this time that Hoyoverse, to throw some bones, like just to touch up things here and there, would likely release maybe cryo characters, maybe Anemo characters, and down the line, who knows, maybe patch 3.5 will get a Geo character. It's because yes, the new meta is fun and exciting and all, but once in a while you do have to make sure you don't forget the other elements, especially when they're not being incentivized in the meta. Even more so, the reason for them to give it more attention to make sure they don't fall behind when it comes to usage, playability, and also just general efficiency and power scaling, right? Not saying Layla is going to scale power, but if you guys look towards the next patch, what is happening? Double Anemo character releases. So yeah, it's the same situation, right? Because Anemo doesn't have any real synergies with Dendro, and with the game right now being so focused on Dendro, it's no surprise that Hoyoverse would want to make sure that traditional elements are not being forgotten. Now that's a whole nother video when we talk about the double Anemo characters coming next patch, but right now just focusing on Layla, what are some of the possibilities and playstyles that you can experiment her with, right? So here's the thing. Hydro is almost a necessity in all cryo teams, because one of the best reaction that is actually viable in Genshin Impact when it comes to cryo is freeze. Now you can be copium and say like, oh wow, superconduct is super viable. Sure, right? If you want superconduct to be a super viable meta team comp, then be my guest. But for the most part, one Hydro unit should be present in all cryo teams. Now here's the question then, right? Is Layla going to be released with some sort of synergy with Dendro? Now just because cryo itself doesn't have any synergies with Dendro doesn't mean cryo characters cannot be put into any teams that has a Dendro character. Case in point being Reverse Malganyu. Like I said, I keep going back to this team. Now Layla's potential likely is going to be the duality of hybrid defense and offense in one. So she has a shield that can keep her protected, but she also has the capabilities of dishing off-field damage. In a way, if you guys scrutinize this, she also has resonance with another character, and that is Jin Yan. Now, the second I mention that is, you guys are gonna start being like, oh, no, not Jin Yan. But really look at it. Jin Yan was a character that had like triple scaling. I believe she had fire damage. I believe she had pyro damage scaling. She had defense scaling, and she has physical damage scaling. So like that's crazy. But Jin Yan was originally designed as a character that can protect your on-field character while dishing out some pyro DPS, while also having the potential to do burst physical damage DPS. I know, very crazy. But I think Hoyoverse has learned from their mistake with a 4-star character, especially that they just don't have enough stats to dish out all these things at a justified level, being like, oh, I can bring this character for this because it's good enough. No, because if you want them to do all three, they're not going to be good enough to do any of them. So now scaling that back a little bit, focusing on two things: shielding and off-field damage presence. So with Layla and potentially Nahida, very potentially, I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just leaving it out there. There is a chance that Layla likely is a cryo character that is designed to somehow synergize with Dendro character, but that might just be me talking copium out of my ass. So take that with a huge truck of salt. There's a good chance that Layla is just going to be paired with traditional cryo teams. I see people in chat already saying like my Eula will like Layla. I do think so, that like maybe a traditional team such as physical carry Eula with Layla off-field cryo application with superconduct makes that super consistent and always available to you. I don't know. This also takes away the need for Diona and Rosaria, meaning that you actually do just free up an entire slot to play whoever you want. So that's one of the main benefits, right? Like consolidating roles in a team to make more accessible, to make teams more flexible with potentially a flex slot. And with the rival Dendro being a huge EM buffer in Nahida, having a free EM buffer in your team, and I mean, it doesn't even have to have synergies with Dendro, all sources of damage can proc Nahida's try purification. So, very copium. I know, holy crap, so copium. But it's always an option, and I think it's a great thing that Hoyoverse is trying to give us these characters that consolidate slots, and I would expect future characters to come out to do the same thing. Who knows, maybe a character that's going to be very broken in the future is going to be a character that can do what Bennett and Xiangling do, but in one. A character that can heal you, and then can also apply an insane amount of pyro at the same time. Right, like, yeah, gonna be absolutely broken, but people, it's about time we let go of these relics from the past. Like, it's a good thing that Hoyoverse is pushing forward. Like, Rosario, nobody would really say she's broken, but she's a very good cryo applicator. For low spenders, free to plays, for people who are building budget cryo teams, Rosario is definitely one of the best available characters, next to Kaya, who is quite literally free to play, that can apply a good amount of cryo without you having to invest into a Ganyu, right? Or something even more crazy like a Shen He to supercharge your cryo characters. But it's time that even these characters need to relinquish their positions in even the cryo meta for other more viable characters that are more efficient, that are more up to date with the modern Genshin strategies and playstyles. We just don't have enough team slots. I honestly can say this for most elements, with exception to Mono Geo, which is just made for that specific team. You just don't have enough team slots to do the things that you want to do, to play the game the way that you want to play. I think meta should slowly just GTFO out of here, because pair any characters up however you want, as long as there's somewhat of a synergy there, you should be able to clear the contents of the game. But, you know, with 4 characters per team, there's only so many things you can do with them. So I love seeing characters like Layla that comes in that can take multiple roles, put it into one. Want to see more of this. But what do you guys think, right? What do you guys think in chat? What do you guys think in the comments below? Do you think Layla is going to be a character that really does what we've described her to, or is she hiding something under the hood here, right? What's up? So, yeah, going forward, looking good. I think the double Nemo character in patch 3.3 is going to be quite an interesting patch. I have something to say about them as well, but I'll leave that for another one. So, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, urge y'all to stay safe, and peace. Bye. So that's going to be Layla. I don't know. Right now, like, I haven't even thought about any particular teams. As you guys can see the team I have on screen, like, where is Layla going to go in this team? I don't think she's really... I mean, yeah, you guys can say, well, replace Ganyu, right? You don't need Ganyu in this team. Or I can replace Kokomi if I have a hyper-invested Layla just shielding, and I have no healers, just a shielder. And then I can take Ganyu out and put... I don't know, like Xingqiu or Yalan. Is that going to be any good, though? See, this is the thing, right? Like, Layla in this team doesn't feel like she has, like... Is she designed for a mono cryo team? I don't know. It's weird. We need to see, like, I need to know how much damage she does. I need to know so much more. Does she do more than Rosaria, or is Rosaria still gonna do more damage? Then if Rosaria starts also, like, if Rosaria does more damage than her, then what the hell is the point of getting Layla? Right? Like, because if then how does she shield more than Diona? Because maybe her role is that she doesn't shield as much as Diona, but she also doesn't deal as much damage as Rosaria, but her whole thing is like, but she is 2 of them literally in one, so you shouldn't be able to do better than both of them while also being a 4-star. And then that's a huge power creep. So we don't know. I mean, some of you guys probably already know, but I don't know that. In my honest opinion, I would be okay with her being better than Rosaria damage-wise, but around the same as Diona shield-wise. Maybe it just feels a little excessive if she were better than Diona shielding, better than Rosaria at application and crowd damage, while also being a 4-star. Maybe I'm okay with that if she gets a C6, right? Maybe C6 Layla could be better than both of them. But for the most part, I think Diona's shield is very strong, and having a character that can match that durability is going to be nice. It's a nice sweet spot to hit. When it comes to damage for an application compared to Rosaria, maybe she doesn't need to be as good or as efficient as Rosaria. Again, this could be solved through constellations. I'm fine with that because eventually people are going to start building constellations for these characters if they really enjoy how they play. Yeah, so that's going to be that. Take the viruses, her damage is less than Rosaria, shield better than Diona. Yeah, then that's fine. That's also acceptable as long as she doesn't feel inferior to both of them. Because then you end up in a Jinyan situation, right? So I think for Cryo, what's more important is application over damage. It's not, damage isn't as important as application. That's for sure. Corporate Gaming, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. We had another channel member. I wasn't able to give him a shout out, but here, let me go take a look in studios. I'll find it. Don't worry. Demayamando and Mark was here. Thank you so much for rejoining and welcome to the gang. Now, here's the thing, right? We're gonna do the giveaway. Okay? We're doing the giveaway. Okay. It's been a while. It really has been a while. Holy moly. I believe channel members have 7 times. I believe channel members have 7 times the luck. Oh my god. It's been a while seeing channel members having this much luck. I remember last time we got to like 8 or 9. It's crazy how this is the 7th character giveaway that and a channel member hasn't won a single one up until this point. But I'm feeling it. Yep. I'm gonna change this to, I'm gonna double check the settings here to make sure it's that it's sub mode. Yep, it's subscribers only. I think once we get to 10 times, like, let me see what's the max. Yeah, once we get to 10 times, the next one is gonna be, if we ever make it to 10 times, I'm just gonna make it a channel member only chat. So if you like, basically that's your pity, channel members. If we get to 10 times and you guys don't get it, then like the 10th time. So after the 9th, if it gets to this one, instead of doing 10 times, I'm just gonna make the chat channel member only. I hope we never have to get to that point though. I hope we never have to get to that point. All right, let's change the stream title. I hope we never have to. 7 times the luck. Can non-channel members still snipe? Can non-channel members still snipe this win? A free Nahida. All right. You guys want to test it? Can we just get primos, not Nahida? Sure. Like, winners automatically get the $100 pack, like the largest pack. So let's just do a test run. All right, test. That's the word, test. This is a test run. This is not for Nahida. Is there a keyword? Yes. This is a test. This is a test. All right. Let's just see if people. Okay. Oh yeah. 1 moment. I need to also put in chat delay so people don't go too crazy here. I'll put slow mode, maybe 30 seconds. So you can type once per 30 seconds. I think that's fair. Less spammy. Let's see. Yep, eligible members are climbing 84. Nice, nice. Once you type it once, you already entered, so don't need to worry. This is a test. I do feel bad for whoever is about to win this, because then mathematically it's very unlikely for you to win twice in a row. But you know, I think just get it out of the system first, right? Get it out of the system. I'm gonna pull the winner for this one in about when this turns to 9:10. Seven times luck. There's no way a channel member doesn't win. No way. What country am I from? I'm from Canada. You know that tiny little nation north of USA? Canada. Finally a member victory. I hope so. I feel bad. I really do. Like, these people have been like channel members for months, some of them for over a year now. And they still haven't won anything, and I do feel bad, but you know, will I give away Yoimiya? Probably not. I don't know. I feel bad for Yoimiya. I really do. Maybe in the future. Are you feeling well? It sounds like you have a stuffy nose. Yep. So I have this issue. The sinus, I mean the linings deep in, like not deep inside, like inside my sinus, it's very thick, and every time I catch a cold, it gets thicker and it just keeps piling on and it doesn't go away. The only way for me to get rid of it is to get surgery, to have it surgically like shaved down. So every time it's like changing of season, I do have sinus problems because it starts swelling due to maybe like some sort of humidity issue or something. But yeah, I've been told that I feel like I have a stuffy nose. Maybe I feel it sounds like I'm sick, but I'm feeling fine. I'm doing okay. Oh, look, I already passed 9:10. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is a test. This is not the actual one. Channel members, what's going on, channel members? Channel members. But anyways, Abraham Gamino, congratulations for winning the test. Congratulations. Abraham says, oh no. Okay. So here we go. This now is the real deal, people. You guys ready? All right. All lowercase, Nahida plus. This is a real one. I don't want to drag it on for you guys for too long. I hope this doesn't get censored. Alright, people, good luck, and we're off to the races. Channel members have 7 times the luck. Yeah, I hope you guys, I really hope a channel member snags this one up. They've been waiting for like over a year. I think the last time a channel member won is like almost, has it been a year? Like, I think it has been longer than a year since a channel member has won a giveaway. That's very unfortunate. As much as I appreciate everybody, I do have a soft spot for all my channel members. I think maybe I will do if I mean there's a good chance I'll do a Nahida giveaway on her rerun. Maybe I'll give away a Raiden Shogun when she reruns. We'll see. I might do like Archon exclusive character giveaways until channel members win, because I just feel so bad and I want one of them to win. Fontaine Archon. Oh yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting. It's the next region Natlin or Fontaine? Hmm. Don't remember. Fontaine? It's Fontaine? Okay. Cool. Cool. Fontaine is a Hydro Archon, if I remember correctly. Fontaine. If you guys think about it, we're in patch 3.2. We have maybe like 6 patches to get to Fontaine, right? Like, and that includes the 3 dry patches in the middle. Hmm. How many people? There's about 157 eligible users. Nice. Okay. Eric says, just able to get on. Did I miss it? Nope. We're right in it. Around next August or September, maybe. Yeah, it's once a year. They should have made the dry patches 5 weeks instead of summer patches. That's true. Because eventually they're gonna be able to catch it up anyways. I don't know, maybe the 5-week patches are also to drive FOMO? I don't know. I don't know why they do it. Are there any new Geo characters coming up on the horizon? That's the thing we were talking about in the podcast, is that I do hope that in the future newer characters come out, especially in the Geo category, that can revitalize some of the things about Geo as a whole, right? Because Nilou can take Bloom and turn it into Super Bloom. So who's to say a character in the future, a Geo character that can take Crystallize and turn it into Super Crystallize, and they make Geo reactions suddenly busted AF. There's no way to tell that Hoyoverse is not going to release a Geo character that completely revamps how we visualize Geo reactions. Waiting for them to buff a Nemo resonance. That's true. The Nemo resonance does feel kind of awkward right now, doesn't it? It's like a utility resonance. I do think having a Nemo resonance increase character attack speed as well as character movement speed and reduce character stamina consumption would be a good thing to have. Attack speed would be very unique to a Nemo resonance, and the stamina consumption also in combat would also be great, like character charge attacks, dashing and dodging, as well as what was the other one I mentioned? I think I mentioned 3. Yeah. Stuff like that. Because I think the Nemo right now, the resonance feels too unique, and you only use it for the overworld when you're exploring and like running around. But once you unlocked all the waypoints in the region, you won't be running around for very much, for the most part, right? Or a Nemo can. Nah, I don't think it should do any more than that. Oh. Damn, all I can now is read Nahida apples. That's the thing. Once you read, see something, or type something excessively, you start. There's this phenomenon. I forgot what it's called, but there's this phenomenon where like you start looking at it and it looks weird and funny. So we have 174 eligible members. I think I'm going to poll for the winner at 9:20. Don't want to drag this on for you guys for too long. You guys have been waiting for like almost a year for a character giveaway. I wish everybody the best of luck. I do think, but I do think a channel member is going to win. I have a good feeling about this. Speaking of the Hydro Archon, I think the Hydro Archon is going to be a healer, isn't she? Or he? Or it? But, like, how are they going to make an exciting healer? Huh. It might be a Hydro healer. I mean, obviously Hydro healer then would scale off of HP. That means she scales off of the same stat as Zhongli does. I just find it difficult to think of any exciting ways they can make a healer. Right, like make a very broken healer. Is she gonna buff HP? What is her gig? What is her thing going to be? Right? Does she just heal everybody in the team like Jean does? And even when she's off field and after her healing, everybody continues regenerating health? Or can she give like over healing? Right? Maybe that's a mechanic that only she has, over healing, and provides you a shield through excessive healing. And here we go, rolling in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Chanda True. Well, channel member luck officially going to 8 times luck. Here, let me just write this down so I don't forget. 8 times luck for channel members. This just doesn't feel fair anymore. It just doesn't feel fair anymore. Chandu, my friend, are you here? Will you claim your prize? Chanda Chu says, huh. Congratulations. I know, it's a very weird feeling. Yeah, make sure to link your YouTube to Discord. So link this YouTube account, this particular one. Let's see what Chandu is all about. He doesn't have any content, no videos. Is that a Pokemon? Okay. But yeah, make sure this account is linked to your Discord, okay? Make sure it's linked, and then DM me in Discord and we will set you up. We'll probably get your Nahida next Wednesday if you are ready. Right? Is that okay? Chanda? Are we good? All right, just make sure to set that up so this way nobody can claim your prize, right? So link your thing to YouTube, DM me in Discord. You gotta be, I think in Discord you have to share a channel or a Discord channel. So make sure to message me through that. My Discord is linked below. I believe the link still works. Yep, it still works. So just go down below in the description, join my Discord, and then you can directly message me. Okay. So yeah, thank you for everybody who participated. I'm looking to do more of these in the future. Won't be doing it for every single character, but every now and then I will be doing these special giveaways. For people who tune into the podcast, thank you guys so much. We will likely reconvene on Wednesday to discuss more. I'm trying now to build up Nilu to pair with Nahida. Nahida has been showing great results with so many different teams. I don't think I want to make a particular video because I don't think there's any like meta specific reason to talk about the Nahida teams. She just works so well with anybody who can scale off of EM or can benefit from EM, which is a lot of characters. You can brute force her in a lot of different teams, which I think is really cool. Archon Quest was amazing. Apart from that, I'm excited. Can I say I'm excited to try out Layla? Maybe a little bit, but she is a 4-star, so which means likely you're gonna have to get like C2 or maybe C4. Likely somewhere around between C2 and C4 is gonna be the sweet spot. But yeah, Walrus set the luck to 10. It's 8 right now. We'll go to 9 and then we'll go to hard pity. Once it goes to 10, I'm just gonna do a channel member only character giveaway. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. Thank you guys so much. I know this wasn't a very loaded stream when it comes to content, but it's always nice to have you guys showing up. All right. Rodas says, I do want to pull in a couple temples to see if I get a Layla or not. Yeah, I think if you are interested in picking up a Layla and you're okay with, and you're at like 0 pity, I think getting to 30 is fine, because Layla's gonna be on what was is it Albedo? I forgot who was coming with Layla. What character was coming with her? Yet. Oh, it's Yai and Child. Yai, Miko. I might pull on her weapon banner, because I keep hearing people say Nahida can really use Yai's weapon. But if it's Yai and Tartaglia, then I really don't want Tartaglia's bow. Nah, maybe I won't then. Maybe I won't. Right now, my Yai Miko is using the Wit Sith, and I don't really want to risk losing the 50-50 to Tartaglia's weapon. Mr. Worldwide. Yep. Mr. Worldwide is back at it again. But yeah, I won't keep you guys for much longer. It's already like 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to go get some sleep, get some rest. I don't know. Maybe play some more Genshin. Let me see my resin. Yeah, if you guys have noticed, my resin isn't capped anymore. For the longest time, I kept capping my resin and didn't care. But now that I'm building characters again, I've been utilizing my resin. So, camera froze. Well, that is my cue to get off. Okay. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned. Peace, peace.